Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharyamatyavam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Katakshakirana Shantaha Naman Mohabdaye Namaha Anantananda Krishnaya Jagan Mangalamurtaye Ahamasmi sada bhami Kadachinaham apriyaha Brahmevahamatas siddham Sachidananda lakshanam. Yeah.
Summarize verse 15 again.
Verse 15. Yes, that's a little bit of a tricky verse. What he's trying to say there is, you cannot see you coming into existence or you going out of existence. I can see this coming into existence, this going out of existence. Even if this was a sentient entity, this cup was a sentient entity, this cannot see its own birth or its own death. Why? When I say I am born or it is born, the moment of birth is the destruction of the previous moment. So if previously you were not there and now you are coming into existence, you cannot record that point because you were not there before. Okay, now I am here and now I am being destroyed. You cannot see that because you are not there. So, if you your own birth and death, you will not be able to see. But you say, no, I am aware of it because you are different from it. You see the birth of the body. You can see the death of the body. Okay? The birth of a thought, the death of that thought. But that thought itself cannot see the previous thought or the later thought. The time before the thought was there, it cannot register because it's not there. The time after that, it cannot register because it's not there. So birth and death of the thought cannot see. You can see because you are the one who's witnesser. That's why he's saying here, since it is a destruction of the previous state, before the cup was born, there is prag abhava of the cup, prior non-existence of the cup. When the cup is born, the prior non-existence is destroyed because now it's existing. Now the cup is here. When the cup is destroyed, there will be later non-existence or posterior non-existence. Cup cannot register that because the cup is not there. So because of that, he says, birth and death you cannot notice. Take it with your thought, it will be easier to understand. The previous thought, this thought doesn't know. But I know all my thoughts. Yeah, because you are the one who's connecting all the thoughts. You are not a thought. This is the argument against Kshanika Vijnanavada of Buddhism. According to Kshanika Vijnanavada, there is an illusion of a permanent I because of the flow of thought.
Otherwise, it requires one consciousness to
Yeah.
consciousness.
Exactly. So that also won't work because of this. You know, if one flicker has come and gone, one flicker come and gone, what is to connect the two flickers? Because when the second flicker has come, the first is gone. When the third is coming, the second is gone. So how do you connect up? But you have pratyabhijna. You have pratyabhijna. You remember yourself. I was the guy who did that. No? I was the guy who woke up in the morning. I was the guy who did the Ganga Puja. I was the guy who had a nice breakfast. And now I am the guy who is trying to be awake here. So, there is pratyabhijna, I am the same guy. Why? Because I connect up all my thoughts. Thought will come and go. Vrittiya to aane jaani hai. Consciousness sthira vastu hai. Because of that. So all these are arguments to support the fact that consciousness is nityam, everything else comes and goes. And the continuity of your life experiences is only because you, the consciousness, is there. Otherwise, there will be no continuity of experiences. And this can be extended. Past life, regression, etc. means what? You are seeing. Yeah. That is why in the Gita they say, like how you see, Kaumaram, Yauvanam, Jara. Childhood, middle, youth, old age. Tatha Dehantara Prapti. Similarly in other bodies also. He extends it. It's an extension. Pramana is a Shastra. It's an extension. Because that's how things work. Yeah. Sorry, I can't hear you. Forgot that.
Previous birth.
Future birth you have to only infer on the basis of the Shastra.
Limited access only you get, no? Like past.
Sorry, can someone?
Previous birth, you get limited access.
Only, no?
Yeah. 5 previous birth. Do you remember what you did on the first day when you came here? Bhul gaya? Memory is like that. Na? If you can remember, you can forget. So, you will remember only certain things. What left an imprint on you, you will remember. What did not leave an imprint, you will not remember. So many people you meet in terms of work. How many of them you remember? Those whom you felt a connect with. Exactly. So, it's always like that. Limited access. Forget other lifetimes. This lifetime itself is limited access. That's okay. Limited access is all right. Memory. And that is memory clearance. Is a good thing. Why you want to feel all the junk and keep up? All the not necessary stuff, unnecessary stuff, why do you want to keep it in your mind? Go.
But there is a theory that when we see a dream and we see people in our dream, those people aren't just randomers. We have actually seen them at some point in our lives. So that information is still stored somewhere in our minds. And then, like in sleep or hypnosis, we can remember even minute things that happened many years ago. So it's the same with past life regression. It's just under certain circumstances that information is pulled out, but it is stored somewhere.
Yeah, it is all stored. Okay. In the Vedantic way of looking, in the paradigms of looking at it, this lifetime memories in your subconscious, previous lifetimes, etc., in your Karana Sharira. In your Karana Sharira it is stored. Your karma connection is through the Karana Sharira. Dharma connection is through Karana Sharira. Because consciously you don't remember any of those things. That's why it's more difficult to access those memories. Because at a deeper level. What in modern psychology will be called as the unconscious. No. The unconscious is part of the Karna Sharira.
What is that Akshay thing they say?
Huh?
What does that Akshay record? What is?
New age stuff.
No, what Christophers are talking about.
Okay, since the question come up.
Medical Qigong thing.
See, New Age spirituality brings about a lot of nonsensical terms for want of a pramana. Consciousness is one, universal. Your mind and my mind is different. Your karmas, my karmas are different. But all these together make up the cosmic mind. What is consciousness manifest in the cosmic mind called Hiranyagarbha. So Hiranyagarbha is all knowledge. It has all information, all records. The record aspect of it we have picturized in the Puranas as Chitragupta, who keeps the records for everything. It's all in the cosmic mind. So the New Age thinkers will come and say, these are all Akashic records. These are all Akashic records. Why? They are not comfortable with the idea of Ishvara, Bhagavan, Hiranyagarbha. These are all traditional terms. If you are not comfortable with the idea of Ishvara, what can I do with that? So you will invent a term, Akashic records. Show me one pramana for that. One Shastric statement there. Not there. I have forgotten the number of texts I have looked into. Yeah. It's all in Ishvara's mind. Ishvara's mind is called Hiranyagarbha. It's called the prana, the cosmic prana, Hiranyagarbha. These are all the terms used traditionally. So there is a lot of New Age nonsense floating around, okay? We will access the Akashic records. So when you get an intuition, what are you doing? Connecting up with the cosmic mind. Because you are connected. The whole physical universe, are you not connected? No, I feel distinct, I am separate. It's only a feeling. When the weather changes, you know the connection. You croak. Connection is very clear then. Similarly, the mind is connected. But you are not aware of the connection, you are not feeling the connection. So there are many meditations, etc., to feel that connect. That's intuition. So when you get an intuitive feeling, it may be connection, it may be wishful thinking. It may be wishful thinking also. Now, how do you know it's not wishful thinking? Because intuition is not a pramana, is not a means of knowledge. Does intuition exist? Yes, it does. I am intuitive to certain things, especially in danger. Why? I have been in enough dangerous situations. So danger anywhere, I am intuitive. Because my mind has picked up that connection fast. So, many tools are used for this. All your astrology and all are tools to connect up with the intuitive mind. If you have developed it like a rishi, you just say, okay, no, this is it. Because the connect is automatically there. You go to an astrologer, he will do the Prashna Kundal and connect up. Your chart, he will read your fate, pattern of fate. Through the Prashna Kundali, he will connect up and check up further information. This is how they do it. Yeah. I have a friend. So I told him that I'd come here, 2006 or something, to take a group to Gangotri, etc., Gomukh, and this man had a heart attack the day before we were supposed to go. Massive attack. Here, right in Rishikesh Ashram. Luckily, his daughter and son-in-law is a doctor practicing close by. So we rushed him to the hospital. That he is fine, he recovered. But I told him this, told my friend. And he said, oh my God, that should not have happened. In Rishikesh, I said, why Rishikesh also there are people, heart attacks happen, that's why we have hospitals. Of course, some of the hospitals are just a bit better than a veterinary hospital. But that apart, so he just went, his whole this is jammed up. He is not emotionally open. I said, yeah, your description is correct. He is not emotionally open. Now, how did he get this information? Intuitively connecting up. This is not normal. This is not universal pramana. This is because of his practices, he has developed this skill. Yeah. Which New Agers will call all Akashic records. Those terminologies na, are red rags to traditional teachers. Not that I am against using modern tools. I use the tarot myself sometimes, for the fun of it. So not that I am against modern tools, but yeah, keep a balance in the whole thing. Okay, so it's all just connecting up, nothing more than that. Okay, back to the text. Yeah? No, he says any entity will not be able to see his own birth and death. Yeah. Okay. So the jada, ajada, vibhaga we saw last time. Sentient, insentient, etc. All of it is kalpitam on consciousness. See, it is something like this. Your body and mind both are matter. Mind is also matter according to Vedanta, okay? We are not taking it as something separate. Mind and body both are matter. Like a mirror and sand, both are silica. Both are silica. The element silica. But the sand cannot reflect my face, the mirror can reflect my face. Thank God, when I get up in the morning, I know. Ears, nose, everything in proper place. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I have a statement for the astrologers. I know when Shani is troubling me. You know why? When I stand full length in the front of the mirror, I will have a starboard list. Then I know Shani is. Okay. Then I'll have to do some stretching. Okay, fine. I'm not joking. Yeah. So, sand cannot reflect my face, but the same silica in the form of a mirror can reflect my face. Similarly, matter, gross matter, cannot manifest consciousness, but my mind, which is subtle matter, can manifest consciousness. That's the only difference between living and dead. It is not the consciousness is gone. The manifestation is not there. This is dead wood. Table, dead wood. But this was a living tree once upon a time. It's a living tree. Means what? There is a mind in it. Therefore, there is a jiva in it. Entity in it. It's called Papa Yonis. You're born in forms where there is more pain. A tree's life is a life of pain. A dog will come and do something on it. Oh my God. You can imagine the jiva inside was a brahmana in his last lifetime. But because of papa karmas,
So Swamiji, when you say Chidabhasa, you say that
don't confuse now. Don't jump and confuse yourself. Stick to this. So that jiva, painful experience, no? Some kid will come and break off a branch. How do you like it if someone pulls off some hair from? That is living. Because consciousness is manifest. But to a small degree. Here, better degree. That's the only difference. Consciousness all over. Everywhere. Space exists in consciousness. Because what is space? Just a concept. Space is inside or outside? Inside your mind or outside your mind? I remember in the classes I've handled this. How do you see space? How do you see space? With your eyes?
you don't see.
How do you see it?
You don't see.
Sakshi Vetyam it is called. It is seen by you, the witness, in the same manner that your emotions are seen. You don't need your eyes to know space. I know this physiotherapist, he's blind. He's aware of space. He travels all the way from Vikhroli to Kolaba. Train, bus, everything. Yeah. Why? He's aware of space, how can he travel? Yeah. So, space is not seen with your eyes or any sense organs. It is seen directly, like how you see your thoughts, emotion. If you see it directly like that, is it inside or outside? So this inside-outside divisions are only a practical functioning way of looking at it. Practical functioning, nothing more.
Called as Sakshi?
Hmm?
The name is Sakshi?
Yeah, so the Sakshi, universal. But Buddhi Vrittinam Sakshi, witnesser of the three states of experience, of the thoughts in my mind, all this. This is me. So I, the Atma, the consciousness, gains a name. Mark my words. I, the consciousness, gains a name, Sakshi, with respect to the fact that I illumine my thoughts, my experiences, etc. It's a name given to me. It's one consciousness alone. This consciousness, with respect to the fact it is manifest in the mind, will be called what? Vinita, what will it be called? This consciousness manifests in the mind. Chidabhasa. It is called, consciousness is called, with respect to the manifestation. Are you getting it? It is only one consciousness.
Reflected manifestation.
Huh?
Reflected manifestation.
Yeah, it's a man. Now look at it. In science, when you're trying to study consciousness, that's the latest thing now. What are they studying?
They're studying the brain function.
What are they studying?
They talk about the brain, actually.
Fundamentally, they're talking of brain function. If they go a step more than that, they will be studying the consciousness that is manifest in your brain. Manifest in your mind, and from the mind to the brain. That's all you can study. Why is that all you can study?
Subject of
Because the consciousness is not an object of your perception. It is a content of the perceiver and the object both. So you cannot study that. Pure consciousness is not a subject matter for study in science. Because science involves observation, objectification, generalization. There's only one consciousness. How are you going to generalize? Then it should be replicable. How are you going to replicate consciousness? I mean, these are the paradigms. When you say science, these are all the paradigms of science that you need to have. So if you have observed a phenomena, it should be replicable. Or if you are proposing that this thing exists, it should be replicable in a lab. Only then you can call it science. Vedanta is scientific, nonsense. Yeah, not scientific, not meant to be scientific. Thank God for that. Swamiji, are you against science? No, I think science is very good. Yeah, I was interested in a lot of science in my college days. Yeah. So, even now, I read all types of books on science. So, the subject of study, you have to be careful. Okay. So, this is what the whole thing is about. That sentient, insentient, etc. is only a functioning pragmatic division, practical division, so that you can manage your life. Which is good. I'm glad that this is insentient. Why? If this is sentient, it will be like the priest. I told the priest. Ganga Arati, when I talked to him, after the puja here, 6:30. So today morning 6:30. Can we do it after breakfast? I said, after breakfast, class hai. Meaning, now I have to bargain and strike a deal. So similarly, I'll have to strike a deal with this guy. Hey, please sit here. For whole morning we have classes. Please sit here, don't move, don't run around. What will I get? And you keep banging, don't bang. Yeah, your hand is too hard. My back hurts. He'll say all that. So thank God it is insentient. Practical. Pragmatic. Yeah. Pragmatic. Just imagine no table available. And one great student, Parama Bhakta, with great Seva Bhava, Swamiji, I will be on all fours in front of you. Use me as a table. Can you imagine what will happen to that guy? Even if I am careful, what will happen to that guy? So insentient is very good. Pragmatic. So as a thorough example, it will become clear. Now Sakshi we've been saying. Here, look at it. Chetyo uparagav me sakshita pinatatviki upalakshnam eveyam nistaranga chidanbude Chetyo uparagarupa. Uparagarupaha. The one that sees things. The one that is seeing things. What is that? Sakshita. The status of being a sakshi. Na sakshita api na tatviki. Being a sakshi is not a real state. Up to now, sakshi not. Why? Upalakshanam eva ayam. So, upalakshana. It's from a standpoint, he says, It's incidental. Incidental to what? To the fact that there are objects for me to see. Therefore, he says, Nistaranga chidambude. In the ocean of consciousness that I am, free from all waves of thought. That is me. I am nothing but the pure consciousness. With respect to this object, I get a name, Sakshi. प्यार से मेरे को साक्षी बुला रहा है. रेस्पेक्ट से साक्षात जी बोलेगा. What else is it? Every sannyasi's name is a definition of the Atma only. Yeah. Yesterday, a couple of students were there, were thrilled. You know, when they asked you to garland Swamiji's Murti, the puja that day, when you had Adhisthana puja. You know, when you garlanded, when they were chanting, Brahma Vedapnoti Param. Acha, bahut acha. Upalakshana evayam. These are all upalakshanas. In the ocean of consciousness that I am, all these Chidabhasa, new name I got. Why? There is a mind, and I am in the mind also. There is one mind here. In that mind, I am there. So with in that, I am called Chidabhasa. An object came up. Object can be a thought. Buddhi vritti naam sakshihi. Different names I get. So these different names are only standpoints. They are not entities. Swamiji, how can I be the Sakshi all the time? Why do you want to be the Sakshi all the time? You are the Sakshi all the time, whether you know it or not. It's true, no? Atma is Sakshi all the time. Because all the time there are objects, you are illuminating it. What you mean is, can I function with the awareness of Sakshi all the time? You can. Take some meditative practices. Moving meditative practices. That's all. Moving. मेरे को sitting meditative practices मुश्किल होता है. नींद आ रहा है. And what are you talking about moving? Sitting I feel sleepy. Moving what? So moving you will not feel sleepy. It's good. No? Yeah. Maybe sometime, some camp, I will get you all to do some moving meditative practices, okay? मजा आएगा. Okay. Non-martial art thing. नहीं तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा. Okay. Therefore, this is reality, okay? Nisaranga Chidam Buddhi. Okay. Now he says, Amritabdehe name jirnaha, name jirnihi, mrisha dindiraja mabihi, nirjanma ajanmabihi, sfatikadir indrame ragaha, swapna sandhya brahma vibramai. Amritabdehe, in the ocean of immortality that I am. Immortality meaning free from time and space. You have to take immortality like that, free from time and space. If you are immortal but not free from time, what does it mean? You are hanging around for a long time. That's why some religions show God is an old man. Why? Been hanging around for a long time. Even Sindhis have that, na? Jhulelal is an old man, na? Jhulelal is shown as an old man or not? Huh? It's Varunodeva actually. Yeah, Varunodeva. Yeah. Therefore, Amrita Abdehi, in the ocean of immortality I am, Name Jirnihi. There is no death and decay for me, he says. There is no decay for me. Mrishad Dindihi Ajanmabihi. This is like, in the ocean side if you go, you will see some, because of the way some sort of foam coming up there. Some appearance. Similarly, this birth and death is there that way only for me. Not real. Even though I have a horoscope, when I go for a puja, I have to tell me nakshatra and my Rashi. Makhara nakshatra, Simha Rashi, Acha Rashi. Simha Rashi. Fitting. वो सब बोलना पड़ता है उधर. चलता है. It's a game. It's something functional. औपचारिक कहना होता है. If you're taking that as just a game, take your eating, sleeping also as just a game, okay? And relating, family, that's also just a game. Take it all the way, only then it works. You can't say that is a game, but this is real. No. You're falling ill, it's a game. Game of karma. Yeah. Otherwise, how can you take it? You can't take one as real and the other. It has to be all the way. Yeah, all the way. Okay, Mrishar India. And for this, he is giving an example. Sphatika Indrai. The mountain of crystal. A crystal mountain. Forget crystal mountain. Even a snow-covered mountain will do the trick. Name Ragaha. There is no color. Crystal doesn't have any color. Snow is colorless, white you call it, but colorless. But Swapna Sandhya Brahmai Vibramaihi. Swapna Sandhya Abra Vibramaihi. Swapna. Because of a dream. Because of Sandhya, evening light. The sun falls on Kailasa. Look at the golden mountain. Now golden is now a mountain only. It's snow. But silvery peaks of the Himalayas. What silvery peaks? All snow, cold. And we have trekked there. All snow only, difficult to trek. Silvery peaks. Poetic language. It's all poetic language, it is nice. Okay. Or Abraha, because of clouds, etc. The clouds catch the sunlight and reflect it to the... Okay, fine. Vibramaihi. You get all this diluted thinking. A child will say, oh, this mountain was silvery last night. Today it has become golden. Similarly, birth, death, qualities. Yeah, I'm male, female, European, American, Indian, Asian, African. Vibramaihi. Because of some upadhis, because of some cloud, etc., the mountain gets the color. Because of something like this, I get all that. Born as a Brahmana, born as a Shudra. Honestly, even the Lord is partial to the Shudras. This imbalance has been going for a long, long time in caste system. Why? The Brahmana, to get a punya, he has to actually go and do a proper puja in the temple. The Shudra get the same puja by saluting the flagstaff. He is loaded in favor of the guy. Reservation tabhi bhi tha kya? But better be a Shudra. Punya Papa wise better be a Shudra. Ho gaya? Puja ho gaya? Easy. All superimpositions. All superimpositions on me, the reality. Varna, ashrama, dharma. There are some things you follow certain things. What is appropriate in today's world, you follow. Don't take it too seriously. I'm in a relationship. Good. So there are certain basic things in a relationship. You have to nurture each other, support each other, care for each other. And some practical things. Do it. In fact, if you nurture, love and support, most of the relationship should be good. 80% is taken care of by these three things. Other things are few practical adjustments that you have to make. That's all. No, Swamiji, but we fight on small things. What small? You know, I like to press the toothpaste from the end. She just takes it and presses it. He farak painde. Your small things are becoming big things because the big things are not there. Yeah. Love, nurturance and support is not there. So the small things irritate. If love, nurturance and support is there, small things won't irritate. Unless you're too finicky. Unless you're too much of a control freak. Who? Now look at the same thing from the standpoint of the fact your consciousness. ये क्या बात कर रहा है? What are these characters talking about? What are these guys talking about? Yeah. Guy comes and says, I don't feel supported. You are the support of the entire creation. You don't feel supported. You don't need a support. I find it very difficult to support her. You're supporting the whole creation, you find it difficult to support her. क्या बात है ये? Yeah, I accept there are functional irritations. होता है. Take care of it. Do what has to be done. Get yourself rooted in the consciousness. Manage all those things. Just manage. Get yourself rooted in the knowledge. Live in freedom. In a relationship, outside of a relationship, whatever you want. You're free. Yeah. You're free. Yeah, that's a freedom. Four walls do not a prison make, nor iron bars a cage. Even the angels that fly above know no such freedom. Correct? There he's talking about the freedom of the mind. That poet, I forget the name of the poet. I don't know if anyone remembers. Forget the name of the poet. To Athelia from prison. That's a poem. Maybe one of the youngsters can do a Google search and come and tell me later. Hey, this is the poet. But this is real. You're free. Total freedom. Okay, yeah. Now the next phase, same idea is carrying forward, okay? Swarupameva me sattvam natu dharmo nabastvat madanyasya sato bhavan nahi sa jatirishyate. Swarupameva me sattvam. My true nature is what? Existence, absolute reality. That is all my true nature is about. The reality. Natu dharma. I have no other dharma. Nabastavat. No other quality I have. Like space. What is the quality of space? To be always, everywhere. Similarly, mind is absolute reality. I don't have any other quality. But Swamiji, you're a good teacher. Isn't that your quality? No. I'm not a good teacher. I'm consciousness. So you are the same. No, Swamiji. Yoga is important to me. Very good. But you're not a yogi. You're the pure consciousness. You're being a yogi to gain that pure consciousness. To understand that. Yeah. That's what you. A great philosopher once said, "This is only what I do. Inside I am much more." You know who it was, no? Sunita is already thinking his old PJs have come. Batman as Bruce Wayne to his girlfriend. She's telling him, "What are you doing at Playboy's life?" That is his cover story. That is his mask. It's only what I do. Inside I'm much more. So, वही है, मेरा भी वही बात है, क्या करेगा? Everyone is the same. You are much more. This is only something that you do here and there. और क्या? Madanyasya sataha abhavan. There is no reality other than me, he says. Nothing exists other than me. Every form of existence is nothing but based on me existence. Every one of us can say that. Every form of existence is nothing but based on me existence alone. Yeah, me existence alone, everything exists. Nahi sa jatirishyate. Therefore, there is no jati. Jati means a category. Okay. Jati has many meanings. Category, group, some divisions. And after the British came, caste. Before that, the word caste did not exist in India. We only had jatis, which are group. So there are two jatis here. Male, female. Categorization. Two jatis. Male, female. Two jatis. Teacher, students. Yeah.
Please don't go to young and old now.
Beg your pardon? Huh? Doctor, non-doctors. Lawyer, non-lawyers. Astrologer, non-astrologers. Now look at it. Jati can be anything, any category. You can group together. Vishwakarma is a jati. Who is Vishwakarma? Carpenters. That's a professional grouping. It is not a caste. Yeah. Kumbhar. Potters. Harry Potter's ancestors were potters. All Mughal born, okay? Potters, the surname came from that. Ancestors were potters. Brown, because the house color was brown, they adopted it. Because I think somewhere in the 16th century, they passed a law saying that you have to take a surname. In India, we did not have a problem. Our whole name was our address only. My father was T.K.G. Menon. T.K.G. Menon. Tekke Kunnata Gangadhar Menon. Menon was family, clan name. We are a clan. Mixture of Kshatriyas and Brahmanas. Menon. It came from the word Yajamanan. It's a short form of Yajamana. Yajamana is the one who sits for the Havan, for the Homas. He sits. It came from that. It's the apabramsha of that. Gangadharan was his name. Gangadhar, Shiva's name. Tekke Kunnata. Of the northern hill. So it gave his full address also. So we didn't need a surname. We had a clan, a family name, clan name, address. Everything in our name. What do you need surnames for? You tell the guy's name, you know where he is from. You know who he is, what he is, what his family is, where he is from. Everything. This is a visiting card. Your name is your visiting card. Yeah. One of my friends was Mukkavelli Veera Venkata Satya Rama Narayana Raju. Narayana Murthy, sorry. Yeah. Mukkavelli Veera Venkata Satya Narayana was the deity.
I had a colleague.
Yeah.
Raghava.
Yeah, exactly.
Raghava Chaganti.
Yeah. That is the deity that is there in the village. So you know, he is from this village. Murthy is a family name. All jati, groupings. Groupings they were, not caste. So he says, in me there is no category, no grouping. Why? I'm the only reality. There's only one reality. Each one of us can say that. Okay? It's only one reality. Sachidananda Lakshanam. Ek hi reality hai. What categories are you going to make out of it? This is an American, this is an alien. Alien? Come from Mars or what? You seen the Visay, what the terminology they use? Alien. As the Americans are the only earthlings. Everyone else is from outer space. Sometimes terminology reflects thinking. You know? Yeah. No categories. Even if there is an alien, a Martian or a Venusian or an Andromedian, nothing but consciousness. Even though he may be in an octopus form. Does he have freedom of choice? Yes. Is he self-aware? Yes. Human. Human-like. Yeah. You can teach Vedanta to him. Only thoda terminology will have to change slightly. Yeah. I can't say, you're not the body. Even if you lose an arm, you're still the same entity. He will say, yeah, I grow back my arms. So I'll have to change the teaching slightly. Itna hai. Methodology is same. Some things, small things here and there change. Same. He's adhikari for Vedanta. Then what are you talking about other human beings? Therefore, no jati bheda, no categorizations, no groupings, because there's only one. How many lives are there in the universe? One. Richard Bach has written a book on that. The last line is this. How many lives are there in the universe? One. You, Sachidananda Lakshana. What about all this? Manifestation, Namarupaha. Namarupa. Name and form. That's it. और क्या बात है? कुछ नहीं है. अन्याम वार्ता विमुंचते हैं. बाकी सब बात छोड़ दो. क्या है? Give up all other things. What is there to say? No. Samjhe, tomorrow I have to go back. Family is there. Correct, you have to. We'll continue it there. Okay. Then same idea, continuing further. Swarupameva me jnanam na gunaha sa guna yadi anatmatvam atmasatvam va asatvam va jnaya jneye tvayopate. Swarupameva me jnanam. My swarupa, my real nature is jnanam. Jnanam here standing for implied meaning of the word jnanam, consciousness, awareness. Okay? Implied meaning. Swarupameva me jnanam. Jnanam is not a quality for me, it is my nature. Therefore, it's not knowledge, it is consciousness. Swarupa jnanam. Jnapti matram. Those who are listening to Taittiriya, etc. Jnapti matram. Okay? Swarupameva me jnanam. My nature is nothing but consciousness. Na gunaha, it's not a quality. It's not that I'm Satya. I'm Satyam and Jnanam is a quality, you know. Or I'm Jnanam and Satyam is a quality. What is Jnanam is what is Satyam. What exists is Jnanam, consciousness. What is consciousness. What is meaning what exists. What exists is consciousness. Sa guna yadi, if it was a guna, what will happen? Anatmatvam. Then there will be no Atma. No Atma meaning what? There will be no I. How do you say I unless you are conscious? If it's a guna, there will be sometimes when the guna is there in you, sometimes guna is not there in you. Therefore your I-ness will become up and down also. Come and go. Sometimes I am alert, sometimes I am not alert. I am generally alert, but there are moments when I am not alert. No? I am human.
Constant change.
So like that, sometimes I'm I, sometimes I'm not I. Because there's no consciousness. Consciousness is a quality. Problem ho jayega. Not only that, asatvam va. Why? Consciousness and existence will become two different things. Therefore, consciousness will become non-existence, other than existence. You'll get into all sorts of problems. You can't say let it be, because that's not how I am. I'm not non-existent. For argument's sake, you can say let it be like that. But you can't say let it be because I'm conscious. I exist. I don't become non-existent at any time. Aham asmi sada bhami. The second verse. First verse after the prayer verse. Always there. Anatmatma asatvatvam. Jnaya jnayayo pate. Then everything known will become unknown also. The translation thoda gadbad hai. And if it is unknown, it will not exist. You are not consciousness, therefore you don't know I am. If you don't know I am, you don't exist. How do you know you exist? Do you know what exists in my pocket? So you can't say what is there. You don't know what is there. You can't say there may be nothing there also, okay? It's not that always I'm going to pull something out of my pocket. There will be nothing there. Sadhu hai, Rishikesh mein hai, Kangal hai. There will be nothing in my pocket also. You can't say because you don't know. Therefore, if I'm not consciousness, then I don't exist because I don't know. I can't say I am. If you can't say I am, you don't exist. So can you see, by taking consciousness as an attribute, what all problems you'll get into? And not one of them, okay, let me get into problems, you can't say, because that is not the fact. That's not the fact of your experience. It's not the fact of your universal human experience. I know I am is universal human experience. Even a dog knows I am. Right? This is me, this is my master. He knows the difference or not? Huh? This is me, that is my food. That much self-awareness even a dog has. Jnanam. Unfortunately, I can't teach the dog Tattvamasi. Thank God. People have started treating dogs as though they are family members. Babies. Then they'll bring their dog also to the class. Swamiji, can my dog sit in the class? Can you teach him Tattvamasi? Thank God. I will say I'll treat you and the dog the same. Both of you will get kicked out. I like dogs, not that I don't like dogs, but balance. In fact, I go to UK, stay in a house where they have a pet dog. But I love that family and their attitude towards the dog. That dog is allowed full run of the ground floor. The sitting room, the kitchen, dining area, backyard, everything. But not up into the bedrooms. Because a lot of the allergies the kids suffer from and etc. is because of too much of contact with that. And certain these are passed on. So you have to have a slight difference there. Yeah. Because forms are different. Bugs are different. Irrespective of your feeling. There used to be a ad. I forget what was the thing being advertised, but I remember the ad. Share love, not body odor. It must have been for some deodorant or something like that. So same way, share love, not the bugs. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So he has covered what you call Sat. He has covered Chit. Now he is going to Ananda. Next verse. Ahameva sukham nanyad anyacheva na tat sukham Amadartham nahi priyo, tam nahi preyo, madartham na swata priyam. He likes to play with words, That is kavitvam coming in, Ahameva sukham na anyad. I am the content of the sukha. Ananda. Na anyad, nothing else. Then he says, Anya chet naiva tat sukham. If it is not so, that will not be sukha. Why? He'll come and go. Swamiji, sukham comes and goes. You are Ananda all the time. Really, your true nature is nothing but Ananda. When there is nothing to take you away from Ananda, you are nothing but Ananda. Because I don't know I am Ananda, lot of things take me away from the Ananda. What happens to you in deep sleep? Total deep sleep. Anandi Ananda. You are nothing but Ananda. Joyful. But we don't know I am Ananda. I think Ananda is out there. Therefore I am out to get it. Therefore it seems to come and go. But believe me, even as an ignorant person, I was a sailor before I became a sadhu. So during the sealing days, sometimes we call for bunkering. Bunkering is taking on materials that you need. Food, fruits, vegetables, meat, oil. Oil meaning not coconut oil. Diesel, okay? To run the ship. All this we bunker. So we are on the small islands. Now the small islands exist only on tourism. So when you are bunkered on the island, most of us don't have any work to do. And the bunkering process in these islands are slow. We avoid them as far as possible, but sometimes we have to. They're slow. So 3-4 days goes. And since they survive on tourism, there is something or other interesting happening all the time. And the young sailors, we all wear, hey, let's go, have this fun, have that fun, have that fun. So day and night you are having fun. 8 hours you are on call, on job. Other times you are having fun. How long? 2-3 days of fun like that. After that, hey, we are going on in the evening. I'm not coming. Why? You finished your duty. Not coming. Why? I want to sleep. All joys can wait. I need my ananda of sleep. Nothing matches that. Nothing matches that. Milton suffered from insomnia at the later stages of his life. And he wrote sonnet on sleep. The blessed barrier between day and day. Because he couldn't sleep. Yeah. Anandam. Even an experiential Ananda is what? Your projecting mind denies the fact that you are Ananda. I want that desire. If I get that, I'll be happy. If I don't get that, I'm miserable. So you get it. Ananda. When I was younger, I was quite a... So I took this group to Badri Kedarnath. You have to walk 14 kilometers. And this character is a city guy. Great devotee of Shiva, but city guy. He has not walked 2 kilometers in his life. And this is 14 kilometers climbing from 6,000 feet to 12,000 feet. He struggled. But his bhakti carried him through. His devotion carried him. And he reached Kedarnath. And that linga, this is a mountain peak actually. Bholenath, Hara Hara Mahadeva. And he closed his eyes. Eyes got closed. And nudged him. Champion, you have struggled all this way and come, and you're closing an eyes in front of the Lord. Barabar dekho. You come for darshan, see properly. Why are you closing your eyes? Correct, eh? Why are you closing your eyes? I am being mischievous, okay? Swamiji, eyes got closed, what to do? Why? The object of desire, of devotion, desire. And you got resolved. There's no difference there now.
Only he started
There's no difference.
with iller, right?
Yeah. The jalebi that you got. But the ananda is complete only when it's you and the object of desire becomes one. If you see the jalebi, you can't touch it. Yeah, it will become one. So like that, you're walking on the road. Bombay. मैं रास्ता पर जा रहा था. I was walking on the road. Belpuri नहीं खाता था. I was not eating street food. I was just walking. And between two buildings, the full moon. My mind with this vague projection got arrested. Ananda that I am manifested. Desire fulfillment, my mind was projecting. Arrested because I got it. Ananda that I am manifest. Getting bored sitting in the car, traffic jam, Bombay. I look out. It's a cute kid making faces in the other car. What a beautiful thing. Sweet kid. Ananda. What is it? Ananda manifesting. Where did it come from? Were you desiring that kid? Take the kid home. No. Like in one of my host's house, where I have a class, there's a young kid, 4-year-old. And he got a baby sister. So, I looked at the older one. I always know the elder one feels a bit displaced, when the younger one. Said, you love your sister? Yes. Then he looked at me. He knows I'm a loving person. You love her? I said, yes. Take her home. You don't want that. You are not looking for anything but Ananda. You saw that baby. Ananda manifested. What is it? Your own Ananda manifesting. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So, if it is other than you, you will not have these experiences. If Ananda was not your nature, these experiences would not be possible. Yeah. And he says, Amadartham nahi priyaha. If it is not for me, if I did not think that object will give me Ananda, will help me manifest this Ananda, I will not desire it either. Yajnavalkya talking to Maitreyi in the Chandogya Upanishad says, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. It's for the sake of the self, everything is held as desirable. A man does not love his wife for the sake of the wife. He loves her for his own sake. Very clearly he says that. A wife does not love her husband for the sake of the husband, but for herself. Why? She's happy being with him. He's happy being with her. So they help manifest each other's Ananda. Then I love you. If you don't manifest Ananda, I love you. You go your way, I go mine. And you'll say, where love has gone? Whereas if you are Ananda and you know it, what's the problem? You can love anyone and everyone. May not be romantically. You mean to say you're not capable of romantic love? Of course you are. But you can't love everyone romantically. Avadartham name priya. Madartham tu svata priyam. And if it is for my sake, then I am Ananda. I am lovable. Because I am Ananda. If you're Ananda, you are lovable anyway. If you're a happy soul, everyone loves you. Yes, so I must hide my sorrow and pretend to be happy. That's what people do. Unfortunate. So you are Ananda Sarupa. You are nothing but Sat existence. You are nothing but consciousness. And you are Ananda. The limitlessness that you are, when you manifest in the mind, it becomes Ananda. You experience joy, fulfillment, etc. Otherwise, you are a fulfilled being. Once you know that, you are a fulfilled being. And if you are a fulfilled being, what is there left in life? और क्या बाकी है? You've been there, done that. You're a fulfilled being now.